welcome back to my channel. So today's video definitely has a theme, and that theme is newness, new, all things new. And that is because, well, first of all, I don't think that you guys have seen the makeup room since we finished it with the trim and everything. So that's cool. We're filming back in this room today. I'm so happy to be back in here because today I'm going to be walking you through a look that I did. I actually did this a week or so ago, and I just threw all my favorite colors that reminded me of fall into one look, and I felt like it actually came out pretty good. It was like one of my favorite looks I've ever done on myself. So I wanted to recreate it today for you guys, but I'm going to see if I can get it as close as I can because I'm going to be using some new products today. So it's going to be almost a full face of first impressions. Not every single thing is new, but I do have a bunch of things that are, so I'm gonna just give you my thoughts on them and stuff like that. Oh, also, my hair, duh. I almost forgot to mention that. That is clearly new and very different, and I hope you guys are down for it because you ever have one of those moments in life where you just feel like from the innermost part of your soul that you just need a change and you wanna do something drastic? Well, I was feeling that way the other day. I was loving all these pretty pictures on Pinterest of these girls that had this like dusty rose hair, kind of like plum tones, berry colors, and there's a lot of different colors going on in my hair right now. And so yeah, now I got some purple hair. It might be confusing for a while because I still pre-filmed some videos with my blonde hair that are gonna be going up next week, so I'm really sorry about that. I hate doing that. I like everything to be in order. Sometimes you just gotta let go and realize that life isn't always gonna be exactly how you planned it. So that is what's going on. I hope you guys like this hair. I love it, honestly. I really, really love it a lot. You're always taking that risk when you do something different that you're gonna be like, oh, what did I do? But I really like it. It's actually not all that drastic because I still have my natural base blonde underneath this. The base is the same, so as this fades and lightens up, which I think will be pretty too, it'll be more like muted, I can go back to my natural hair color if I want, which is nice. So, you know, last time I had this feeling of wanting a change, I went out and got like 2 tattoos within a week of each other. So in the grand scheme of my life, it's actually not that drastic. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I gotta do this with a quickness because my parents are coming today and my mom hasn't even seen my hair yet, or doesn't even know about it, so that should be interesting. But they are gonna be arriving soon, so why don't we get started with the video. So the first thing we're gonna be using is this Marc Jacobs Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer. I have seen everybody using this all over YouTube, and lo and behold, I have not tried it yet. I've wanted to try this because immediately when I tried it out in Sephora, I just blended it onto the back of my hand and it had this amazing like silky, cushiony feel to it. It just felt so luxurious on the skin. So I was like, that needs to go in my little basket right now. So I'm just gonna apply that to my skin. It doesn't have that slippery silicone feel to it. Oh my gosh, it's just so nice. It doesn't have that like greasy feel. It's pretty amazing actually. Yeah, I'll describe it as like very pillowy and cushiony. I do have some skin issues going on right now. You know what time it is, girl. That time. And my skin is just like, blah! So we need some foundation for that. Next up for foundation is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. And the shade that I have here is Warm Ivory. And the packaging is really, really cool. It's like a triangular shape. And then the actual foundation stick itself is a triangle. Drawing these stripes all over the place. I am gonna give my beauty blender a little extra hydration with my MAC Fix Plus. That always seems to work better with me for stick foundations like this that are really dense because, you know, a drier beauty blender is just not going to move that product as well. So I'm just gonna blend that in. Okay, looks really natural so far. I hope the color isn't too light. But it's melting into the skin really well. Yeah, it might be a touch light, but it's not terribly light. For my full coverage girls out there, you know all about the second layer, don't you? I see you out there. So to recreate this look for you guys today, I'm going to be using this new Tarteist Pro Amazonian Clay palette, which has so many pretty colors in here, and this is by Tarte Cosmetics. So I'm going to start off by using the shade Classic. And I'm gonna apply that to my brow as a highlight and use it to set my lids. So I'm gonna be using this Motives brush, which is a blender brush, but I love it for highlighting because it kind of has a chiseled tip. All right, I'm not super impressed with that first highlight shade. I feel like you honestly can't really see it. So I'm gonna go back with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance and use Tempera. And I'm just gonna layer that on top because I feel like I need a little bit more brightness. So you can kind of see already how much more pigmentation this one has, how much it's evening out the actual lid space as we're setting our lids with it. And it pops a little bit more on that brow bone, so you can kind of see the difference from one eye to the next. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying the Tarte palette. We'll see what happens. To get my transition started, I'm taking Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek, and I have that on a Kiko blending brush. So I'm just gonna apply that right into my crease, blend it all the way down onto the lid, and just pretty much all over, just to start. I'm gonna pick up Creme Brulee, also by Makeup Geek. And again, we're just using that to deepen, so I'm gonna place it in the same spot, but it's just gonna start to darken everything up. I just noticed that I get such a better blend if I start in the crease but then pull those edges down onto the lid. It just makes sure everything is completely blended perfectly, which is what we're looking for, of course. Okay, I'm gonna try this Tarteist Pro palette again. I am going to pick up this color called Whimsy, which is like a rosy, almost like a rosy mauve. This one looks like it's going on a little bit better. So again, I'm focusing most of this in this outer part of the lid here, just to start off, and then we're gonna blend it around a little bit more. I'm gonna hit the edges of it with some more of that Creme Brulee shadow, just to blend. I will say that they're so soft. Like the eyeshadows swatch out really, really nice and pigmented. Like they are really soft. I felt like the highlight shade wasn't my favorite, but you can see they're really pigmented. I'm gonna take this Morphe 518 brush and pick up some of this really deep, rich, purpley, like burgundy color here. This is also the first time I'm using this brush. So I'm just applying that right into the outer V of the eye, and again, blending it down onto the lid. I'm feeling like these aren't really super easy to blend, to be honest with you. Like the colors are gorgeous and they have a ton of pigmentation and they swatch out really nicely, but just actual like moving them around the lid is a little bit tricky. That is just my first impression of this palette. Like the colors are really soft, the colors are gorgeous and so pigmented, but you may have to go in with some other shades in your collection to really get the edges to buff out. So next I'm gonna take this gorgeous Ofra highlighter, and this is in the shade Rodeo Drive. So this is a stunning peachy golden shade, and I'm gonna apply that wet with some Fix Plus to my lid. I'm gonna go back with that other brush I used and just blend this edge of that lid color. So next I'm gonna take a little bit more Fix Plus on my brush, and I'm using that same brush to just tap on a very small amount of this Violet Voss Copperella glitter. I love this glitter so much, it's one of my favorites, and you can totally layer this over, like it's soft enough that you can layer this over a lighter shadow like I've done. I'm gonna take one of these Neutrogena Naturals face wipes and just clean up underneath my eyes with that really quickly, just in case I have any glitter that is trying to hitch a ride on my face. I'm not using anything new for my concealer. I'm just gonna take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard and pop that right on. We're gonna blend that out with our beauty blender. So to set and forget, I'm gonna be using my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. So while I'm gonna let that just sink in and set, I wanna set my foundation too. So I'm gonna use a bit of a darker face powder since that foundation was sorta light on me. And this brush I'm using is a Morphe G7. I'm gonna dust away the excess powder under the eyes. What I like to do first is pat it in. I'm using a double-ended brush by Mally. It's a dual fiber brush, and then sweep it side to side. For my eyeliner, I'm gonna try out this Loreal Voluminous Liner Noir liquid eyeliner. I don't wanna do anything too dramatic today, but I just wanna accentuate my eyes a little bit. Actually really nice. I think the color is good. It's pretty precise, so it's probably better for like a thinner wing. The Kind of hard to talk and do your liner at the same time. Okay, so for my lashes today, I just applied these velour lashes, which you can now find at Sephora. And I cannot find the name of these to save my life on this box, but it is from the Fluff and Thick collection. And now I'm just gonna take a little angle brush and I'm gonna pick up the color from the Tarteist palette called Smoked. It's like a really deep, rich brown tone. And I'm just gonna apply that right to the inner corners, like finish off the line to help conceal my falsies a little bit. And pick up the purple color. I can't remember which one we used. Was it this one? Yeah, Drama. This purpley plum shade right here. And sometimes I like to get that shadow in my waterline. If you can't do that, that's okay. But I do like to just like tight line or put the powder in my waterline. So before I do my mascara, I'm gonna take this same Ofra highlighter and I'm gonna use that to highlight my inner corners. Today I'm gonna be using this NARS Audacious mascara, which is a really, really flexible wand. Just a little update on that Loreal liner. At first I really liked it, but then the more I layered it on, I felt like it got kind of chunky. And then when I went to curl my lashes, like where the metal part touched my lid, some of the liner came off, so it doesn't dry very quickly. So I have a new contour product that I want to try, but I'm going to stick with my MAC Gimme Sun for now. I am using a new bronzing brush though. This is the Morphe it's the 527. Because I'm doing like a darker brown lip, I really want to bronze my skin, because sometimes doing a darker lip can really wash you out. Just apply it like that, and then really apply it to my cheeks and kind of work it up this way. Okay, this big fluffy brush is gonna help get more of an overall glow. It smells weird though. For my contour, I'm gonna take the shade Sculpt from the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. The other one is actually a cream color, but this one looks really nice. It's like the perfect contouring shade. It's kind of a little rosy, which I like. And this is the Morphe 556 brush. Yeah, I really like this color a lot. This one reminds me a lot of the contour color from, I think it's the NARS Paloma. What is it called? Contour Blush Duo, that's what it's called. So I'm just gonna sculpt out a little bit more using that one. For my blush, I'm gonna take this Tarteist Blush palette. I'm gonna take the center, or the third color called Love. I just want something nice and warm, but neutral. And this is a Morphe 426 brush. I feel like this brush would work better as a highlighter brush or a blender, because I just kind of got that really harsh line right there. So, grab this angle brush by Sigma instead, and we can blend that out easily. That is no biggie. I used to get so frustrated when stuff would go wrong in my tutorials. I'd be like, oh no, it's ruined. And now I'm like, you know what? Makeup is art, and you can always fix art. You can always go back and fix it. There's always a way to correct everything. You don't have to worry about making it perfect. So I'm going back to the Pro Glow palette by Tarte, and I'm gonna get this color here called Lit, which looks so beautiful. And I'm using a NYX dual fiber brush. I am obsessed with NYX brushes. They are so nice. So I'm taking Lit, and I'm just gonna lightly apply that to the top of the cheekbones like that, and then like wrap it around in a little V shape right there. And I really love to layer up my highlighter. So I'm gonna go back to the Rodeo Drive. I'm gonna take this one. This is so gorgeous. I totally forgot I wanted to use this blush palette too in this video. I showed this on Snapchat not too long ago. So I'm just gonna warm up my cheeks with this color here. This is the Morphe 9N. I think it's called the Naturally Blushed palette. So I just wanna like deepen up my cheek color a little bit. I'm just going in very light. I'm just gonna blend it into that highlight color. I'm gonna quickly contour my nose with that same Sculpt shade from the Tarte Pro Glow palette. So next I applied the Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Brooklyn, which is a rich, beautiful brown. I did use a lip liner here. I used the Laura Mercier lip pencil in the shade Redwood, but as you can see, you don't really need one. You can just ignore that step if you want and just do the liquid lipstick. So originally, when I did this look, I used the liquid lipstick, the Chocolate Wasted liquid lipstick by Dose of Colors, and I love that one so much. It's like the most wearable brown liquid lipstick I've ever tried, and I really love that one. This one by Ofra, Brooklyn, is super similar. It's probably the closest thing I've ever found to Chocolate Wasted. It's like this really rich mahogany brown color with a slight reddish undertone, which I think is why they are so wearable. So the only difference is the Dose of Colors one is so intense. You can get like such a crisp outline to your lips with that one without using lip liner. This one you have to be a little bit more careful and like build up a couple layers of it, but it smells really, really good and it's comfortable on the lips, and I think the color is just so stunning. So I love that. As far as the rest of the products I use in this video, first impressions wise, I would say I love the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. This is amazing, as well as the Hourglass foundation that I use, the stick foundation. I love the way my skin looks. I love the way that it looks on camera, from what I can tell so far, and in person. So that's awesome. What else did I use today? Still gonna have to work a little bit more with the Tarte palettes that I used. I really like the Pro Glow palette, but the other eyeshadow palette, again, the colors are stunning and they have really great color payoff and they're just so soft and buttery and beautiful. I feel like I might just have to work with them a little bit and change up something that I'm doing to get them to really blend out and diffuse out around the edges, like I said. But I'm not gonna give up on that one because it's so gorgeous. Before I go, if you guys are wondering, this choker is from Luna B, so it's shoplunab.com is where I ordered this. So that is gonna do it for me. We have a reservation. My parents are here. We have a reservation at 7, so I'm gonna go have a big spaghetti dinner tonight, and I'm so excited about it. Hopefully I don't smudge my lipstick too much. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look and this video. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really have to tell you all. But I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.